Hey guys, so this is a video on how to clean your hamster's cage. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to do a spot clean slash full clean. Really, I'm not going to take all the bedding out. I'm going to take like half of it out, and I'm just going to clean his really dirty areas. First off, let's take Einstein out of the cage and put him into his carrying box. So what you'll need is a trash bag, gloves if you so choose, and some kind of mini shovel to shovel poop out of sand. And then put a house in there so he has something from his cage to play with. So right now I'm cleaning out the bedding. And here's a fun fact as you are doing that. Hamsters and other rodents, if you have food that they don't like, they take the food out of their container and they put it into like a corner hoping you won't find it, because they're wishing that you'd bring them different food because they don't like that kind of food. If you have a new hamster, there's probably poop and pee everywhere and you're like, oh my gosh, I have to change the bedding every single time because it's just so dirty. Hamsters, as they get older, as I've noticed with Einstein at least, they become more clean and they start pooping and peeing in the same place. And if you give them sand to poop and pee in, they will poop and pee into the sand because that is their natural tendency. They love peeing and pooping in sand, and they love cleaning themselves with sand. So a lot of the time, if you get sand for your hamster, get sand, not dust. If you have sand for your hamster, usually when they knock it out of their container, when they're, playing in it and stuff, it'll usually all sink to the bottom of your container. So depending on how bad it is, and depending on like what you want to do, you can always grab a vacuum and vacuum up the sand. I'm not going to do it in this case because I'm tired of cleaning sand up. I always clean sand up, so I'm just going to leave it in here until I change his bedding fully in a week or so. Right now, I'm spreading out the existing bedding and making sure it's on the bottom. I'm going to pat it down, and then I'm going to add in my confetti Carefresh bedding that I bought from either PetSmart or Petco. One of the two. I think they both have the same thing, but I like the colors. So now I'm going to start taking out poop out of the sand. This was the kind of shovel I talked about. It helps sift through it for the poop and take the poop out and put it into the trash. Now I'm going to rinse out his other container, and there's just so much pee in it that I'm just going to dump it into the trash. It's just really, really, really nasty because this is where he pees, and what the weird thing is? I washed it yesterday, so you gotta wash these things a lot. So what's the difference between dust and sand? Dust, obviously, we all know this, has smaller particles than sand, and the reason why we can't use dust is because the dust particles get through their nose and into their lungs and really can severely damage their respiratory system. Sand, on the other hand, bigger particles, does not fly around as much as dust does. So if you're at the pet store and you're looking at chinchilla ash dust, that is not what you want. You want children's play sand. You want chinchilla sand. Like if it says sand and you look at the granules and it's sand, then that is perfectly fine. That is what I use. And it works perfectly. It's perfect. Now you're gonna have his house and all of his toys that he has. And last but not least, his wheel. The wheel is the most important thing. Another really handy thing that you can put in your hamster's cage is a rock. Rocks trim their nails as they run over it, so what I would do is put it in a high traffic area so their nails don't get as long and so you don't have to trim them. So now you can put the cage back together and add your little furry friend in. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope it helped with taking care of your hamster and understanding some of the things that your hamsters do and why they do it. I hope that you guys learned that it's better to use sand than dust because dust is harmful to them. And I hope you guys just enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Love and peace, guys. Thank you so much.